This video will help you to understand the federal regulations, Bennett policies, and best practices you need to safely tow a personal vehicle while performing deliveries for Bennett DriveAway. We will cover the following topics: 1. Towing considerations. 2. Choosing a personal tow vehicle. 3. Choosing towing equipment. 4. How to properly hitch your personal tow vehicle. 5. Safely operating under tow. And 6. Tow equipment maintenance. Towing considerations. When towing a personal vehicle, there are a few costs to keep in mind. 1. The costs of obtaining a tow vehicle and wear and tear on it. 2. The fuel mileage of the towing vehicle will decrease, causing added fuel cost. 3. The cost of purchasing and maintaining your tow equipment. Reliable towing equipment can cost from $500 to more than $2,000, a considerable investment. 4. The added time it takes to hook and unhook your tow equipment at both the load and unload point. This process is not to be rushed. Improper hookup can cause the towed vehicle to come loose, possibly causing a major accident. If you only deliver occasionally, you may want to consider other travel options. The guidelines outlined in the remainder of this video comply with the requirements outlined in Part 393.71 of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations. As a contractor, failure to comply with these procedures and requirements can lead to disciplinary action up to and including disqualification. Choosing a tow vehicle. Choose the right tow vehicle for your situation. Here are some important considerations. Contractors often choose a compact car, small pickup truck, or small SUV for towing. For ease of towing and the least impact on our delivered vehicles, it is recommended that you choose a light personal vehicle with no more than 4,000 pounds of curb weight. This is the total weight as it would be at the curb with standard equipment, fluids, and half a tank of gas. Choosing towing equipment. If you have never towed before, you might not know all the equipment that you will need. Here's a brief overview. Base plate. Brackets that attach to the frame of your vehicle and has a connection point at the front bumper frame area for a tow bar. Base plates are manufactured to fit your vehicle's year, make, and model. Tow bar. Usually a strong steel A-frame with a hitch coupler on the front that will connect to the ball hitch, or a lunette ring that will connect to a pintle hook hitch. Federal DOT approval markings must be on the tow bar. Ball hitch and adjustable stinger. The hitch ball will be sized to exactly fit the hitch coupler on the tow bar. The stinger will need to provide enough adjustment for different towing heights. Universal hitch bar or class hitch receiver if you are delivering motorhomes. Equipment that is securely attached to the frame of the towing vehicle to hold the hitch ball mount stinger. Frame protection. Small pieces of metal and rubber used in combination to be placed between the hitch securing bolts and the frame of the towing vehicle, to be used on all tractors and cab chassis where the frame is exposed for inspection. Scarring the frame with the hitch secure bolts will result in a damage claim. Safety chains. Required as a redundant connection between the drive unit and your towed vehicle if the hitch becomes separated. Lighting and wiring. The best method of connection to the drive vehicle's lighting system is with the OEM plug and pigtails. Use integrated wiring in your towed vehicle to connect rear stop, turn, and tail lights to the drive vehicle, or external wiring and light kits that you can attach to the towed vehicle as needed. How you choose your towing equipment and who will install it is your personal decision. You might wish to call local hitch equipment shops in your area to find the right options for your personal vehicle and the types of vehicles you deliver. As you choose your equipment, you must follow these guidelines. Hitches, tow bars, and base plates must be rated to carry more than the gross weight of your personal vehicle. Universal hitches should be frame-mounted or bumper-mounted with press plate construction. Hitches that are C-clamp or chain-mounted are not permitted. Homemade tow bars are not allowed for use. Only manufactured tow bars are permitted. The tow bar must be marked with the following information required by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations: the maximum gross weight allowed, date of manufacture, month and year, and name of manufacturer. Safety chains or cables must be used and rated to hold at least 5,000 pounds. You will need at least 2 chains on both the hitch and the tow bar. We recommend Class 7 or greater 3/8-inch chain rather than cables. as cables tend to fray and have been known to cut easily in an accident situation. How to properly hitch your personal tow vehicle. Because towing equipment varies widely between manufacturers and the towing truck, and personal vehicles come in infinite combinations, we will give you a few guidelines and best practices. It is always best to consult your equipment manuals, vehicle manuals, and a hitch equipment dealer for further instructions. 1. Attach the hitch to the tow vehicle. Find the best location for your hitch equipment on the truck frame. Box trucks, tractors, buses, and commercial equipment each present different locations for attaching your universal hitch. For drivers delivering motorhomes, there will likely be a Class 3 or 4 hitch receiver already mounted to the tow vehicle. Adjust your universal hitch to fit the mounting point. You must tighten safety chains around the hitch and frame to prevent an accident if the connection fails. Affix chains so they do not allow the hitch to move forward or backward or fall off the frame. 2. Install the hitch ball mount with a hitch pin and safety clip. Adjust the stinger to a height that allows the tow bar to be parallel to the ground. Tow bars are designed for the coupler to be parallel to the ground when attached between the tow vehicle and the vehicle to be towed. 3. Install the tow bar to the base plate of your personal vehicle. 4. Move your personal vehicle so that the hitch coupler can be securely attached to the hitch ball. Insert a pin or lock into the latch handle. 5. Attach safety chains from the base plate to the frame of the towing vehicle to prevent the personal vehicle from breaking loose in the event that the tow bar fails or becomes disconnected. Cross the chains underneath to prevent the tow bar or hitch from dropping to the ground if they become disconnected. The length of chain or cable used should be no more than needed to allow free turning of the vehicles and should not drag on the ground. 6. Connect your lighting system to the towing vehicle using the proper pin connector. Do not tap into the vehicle's wiring system directly. If you're using an external light kit, affix the lights to your personal vehicle. Test the lights to ensure that all of the connections are tight and sound. Safely operating under tow. After hooking up to a new tow vehicle, ensure that you do a slow-moving safety check. The tow bar should not allow the personal vehicle to move more than 3 inches to either side of the path of the towing vehicle while moving in a straight line. This is measured from the center of the towed vehicle. If side-to-side movement exceeds 3 inches, it must be corrected or the tow bar replaced. The tow bar, lighting, and hitch systems should be inspected before starting a tow, making sure all connections remain secure. They should be inspected again within the first 50 miles and again after every 150 miles thereafter. While towing, be sure to avoid sharp turns and rough terrain. Tight turns will cause serious damage to the tow bar, which could lead to a disconnection. If the tight turn cannot be avoided, be sure to check the tow bar carefully for any damage. Do not back up when towing, as this could cause damage to both the tow bar and to the chassis of the tow vehicle. Tow equipment maintenance. Towing equipment endures severe conditions as it is used. Extreme temperatures, road salt, twisting, weight and friction forces on metal components and chains cause parts to fatigue over time. Take care of your towing equipment between trips by storing them in a clean, dry location. Follow the manufacturer's lubrication and cleaning guidelines. Inspect equipment parts looking for hairline cracks, broken welds, worn metal, misshapen hitch balls, frayed cables, or stretched chains, and replace the parts immediately. Do not attempt to repair equipment. Replacement is the only way to ensure your safety. This concludes the basics of personal vehicle towing for DriveAway and motorhome delivery. You must consult the Bennett Safety Department and your terminal manager as you get started with personal vehicle towing. They will review and approve your setup, as well as recommend solutions to common questions. There are many other contractors for Bennett who can provide best practices and advice as well. Just remember, your safety and the safety of the motorists you share the road with starts with you.